So we're gonna do some fabric flowers. Fabric flowers is what we're doing. And so we're gonna go with where these flowers take us. But I wanna show you, they're so easy to make. All you need is synthetic fabrics. Don't use cotton fabrics, okay? So like tulle and this chiffon and silks and satins and a lot of the fancy fabrics really work with this, so it's great. So these flowers work really well for me because you can just mix it all up. So we're going to get started. I'm going to show you, we're going to pull some fabrics. I love this fabric. Okay, this is a tulle. That's a tulle. Love that fabric. I love this one, you guys. Look at that fabric. I will make a cut end. I will cut a couple of these. I'm just going to cut a strip down the single layer, and there we go. Okay, we're done with this piece of fabric. With this piece, we're going to cut this little chunk off of it here. See, right here, I have a place where I've already cut it. So I'm gonna come on in here. Look, it's like a big spider web. And I'm gonna just straighten this out. Let me do it this way, guys. Let me do it this way. Okay. It'll make it easier for me to cut. My desk is kind of small to be cutting fabric on. Okay, so there's that one. I'm gonna put this back over here. Okay. Then I've got this one. And this one, I think I want to put a lot of this in it, possibly. So I'm just gonna cut a straight edge off the side of it. And so I'm just folding this up like this, and this is so thin. It's so thin that my scissors will just cut what I need. This is that upholstery fabric that I told you I had left over from a project. I'm gonna cut a couple of these. Okay, so I have 2 squares of this. I'm gonna start out with 1 square. This is gonna be kind of my base, all right? Yes, this is gonna be my base. I do not cut a perfect circle, okay? That's the great thing about these flowers, is you don't have to be perfect. So on this first one, I'm going to cut a circle, okay? This circle may get cut down more after the flowers start getting made, because once you start burning the flowers, they kind of do their own thing. They kind of make their own shapes, and so you just go with what is going on with the flowers. So there is my circle. Okay, so here is our base. You do not, let me tell you this, you do not have to have an upholstery fabric or a cotton fabric. You can make this your base. I would say this is about 4.5, 5 inches across, okay? And so then I want to go with these. I'm going to put 2 of these squares together. I'm gonna fold them in half and then fold them in half again. It makes kind of a square. It's not really a square because the fabric's not square. It doesn't need to be. And then I'm gonna take the point and I'm going to make a cone, okay? I'm gonna take the lowest point, which is right here, and I'm going to make a circle top, and I just made these circles. And I'm okay if it has that scallop on the edge, because I'm actually going to scallop these edges anyway a little bit. Again, I'm gonna do the exact same thing. I now have the cone made the way I wanted it, but now I'm gonna take my scissors and I'm just going to freestyle, going in here, making an indentation, coming up, and like that. And it's got scallopy edges, okay? We're gonna do the same thing with the other. Okay, I have a candle here. We're just going to start this fabric. I'm gonna test it. I'm gonna just burn the edges and let's see if yes, it's doing what I want it to do. I'm gonna show you the difference in a second. It will catch fire if you put it in the fire. It is, but I'm gonna like this look. So I wanna singe the edges of this. So I want you guys to see what I'm doing. I'm singeing the edges. Okay, so here is our bottom. Here's our bottom. You're not gonna see much of it. But it's gonna be a good base, all right? That's our bottom. Now we know, I want this on it somewhere. So I've got to decide which side I want up. And I think, see, because this side is different than this side. I kind of like that about it. I think I'm going to do some of them up and some of them down. I only did 3 of these. So I'm just holding it over the top. Can you see how the fabric draws up as it gets hot? Gosh, y'all, look. Now look at it. Now look at it. Let's do some more of these. Let's put a flower together. And we don't have to use all of this, guys. So I've got my piece of upholstery fabric, okay? And this one can be whatever. This one's going right here, okay? There's that flower. There's that flower. Now I'm going to add some tulle over the top of that. I want to add this on top of that. I may not use the white in this. I'm gonna add this. Wait. Okay, I'm gonna put a pink in here. Let me put a pink above that. Okay. And now I want another blue tulle in here, but I don't want it this big, so I'm just going to just roughly chop it around the edges. I'm gonna roughly chop it around the edges. It made it small, and it even made it jagged, and I'm good with that. I like that about that. This one, I'm gonna cut this one too. I want it a little bit jagged. I'm just going to cut this one up a little bit. Put that in there on top of that pink one. That in there. I want to get, I think I want a big chiffon on the bottom of that. Oh yeah, I do. Okay. And you know what? Y'all, this is the cutest darn thing. This totally took its own little, took on its own thing. Okay, so I like that. And I like this. this one. That right there. I'm gonna cut this one. Bring this around. I'm gonna cut this one really short, really little, and I want it right there. Okay, so far, this is what I've got. Okay, so here's how easy this is. I put a dot of glue in the center of my flower. You do not have to have a base. You can start out with this piece of tulle, just like I have right here. You can start out with that, okay? Then I'm gonna put another dot of glue right here, just in the center, or kind of in the center. They don't have to go perfect in the center, guys. What you need to remember about these is the more imperfect they are, sometimes the better they look. The whole project. This is the hardest part of the whole project. Deciding. I like this one too. I think I like this one the best. And I made these years and years and years ago. This one is definitely a little different. Guys, I'm in love with this one.
Totally Dazzled sells sparkling rhinestone wedding supplies. Check us out at totallydazzled.com. But before you do, click up here and download our free Printable Sparkle Quotes. Or click down here and watch one of our other awesome tutorials.